Happy New Year, everyone. Kilimanjaro 808. Take off my glasses. I know, I'm sorry about me wearing my glasses in my videos lately. I'm almost 30, so I'm getting kind of lazy to put my contact lenses on. But aside that, I've been wearing contacts since I was 16, by the way. Aside that, I'm finally going to bring you a review of the Venturi M1 Carbine licensed by Springfield Armory and Auto Ordnance, well, primarily Springfield Armory. Okay, as you can see in this configuration, you can't get it in like this in this configuration. I've made it this way. If you want to make yours this way, I have a preview video of this rifle on my YouTube channel. You can check that out if you want. I list all the details in the video on how to do this. It's an involved process. You will need to do it in the daytime. I don't recommend doing it at night, and you'll need quite a number of tools to get this done. And be prepared to make a big mess, because getting this rear sight on was not a clean thing, and it was just plain messy. Yeah, so the rifle weighs about 5 pounds. It's well weighted. The finish on it is fair. It's not great. It's not terrible either. I'm actually thinking of darkening the wood a bit. Staying it to more of a walnut finish, but right now it looks okay. It's mostly comprised of steel, bits of aluminum, pot metal here and there, and birchwood. So metal parts would include your trigger assembly, trigger guard, all your internals, your bolt assembly, the magazine, which is the same. This is the exact same thing as the Modification the Modification and King Arms series M1 carbines. I'll go into it a little bit. Capsule goes in the bottom. I advise against using 12-gram CO2 capsules because they get stuck all the time from my experience. So stick with 8-gram cartridges. You can find them at aquaponics stores from what I'm told, and also online on Amazon. You can get like a pack of, 24 or 28, something like that. I saw it on Amazon like a year ago. I don't know if they still offer it. Holds 15 rounds in the magazine. You gotta pull down this spring and put your BBs in this way. I said your bolt assembly is metal. I want to say it's steel, but I'm not entirely sure. It's not die-cast aluminum, I'll tell you that. And it makes pretty good sound. Okay, and you can also buy an aftermarket bolt. I forgot to mention this in the previous M1 carbine videos I made in the past. I don't know if it works for the Venturi one, although it's a King Arms design, which King Arms used from Modification. They do sell a aftermarket bolt assembly for this with the nozzle complete. I'll see if I can find the link and I'll try to paste it in this video, where you can downgrade this to shoot for CQB, because this really is more or less used for CQB. Right out of the box it shoots, I want to say in the neighborhood between 400 to 430 feet per second, but don't quote me on it because I've not shot it myself yet. But from my experiences from the M1 carbines that I've had in the past with the King Arms ones, they shot hot. There's no way in hell you could use that thing in CQB without hurting somebody really bad. So I would recommend, if you are going to use an M1 carbine, definitely look into maybe the nozzle and bolt assembly that King Arms offers. But that's just my personal opinion on it. Other than that, it's a good backyard shooter / novelty. So the bolt locks like this. You can see the nozzle sort of right there. That's what you would have to change. The whole rifle has to disassemble in order for you to do that. Your barrel, your front sight's obvious, of course, metal. Your barrel band, this is made of steel. I can tell you. I don't know the exact barrel length, but it ends about right here. So So it goes about 3/4 of the way and it stops right about here. This is your barrel band. I have the Type 1 obviously and the Type 1 rear sight to match. This is all World War II M1 carbines look like this. So I did this as an experiment on this rifle and it worked out. But like I said, if you do this, be prepared to, number one, take this thing apart, because I did mine improperly by not taking it apart. And number two, be prepared to make a big mess, because you're gonna have to shave quite a bit of metal to get the Type 1 rear sight to adapt. What else can I tell you? The only thing the wood. The wood is made of birch wood. It's, again, decent, fair, adequate, acceptable. I'm looking at darkening it, but for now it's all right. Butt plate right back here. This is made of steel. It's pretty sturdy. Shouldering rifle, it feels absolutely awesome. Either way, I want to get the buttstock mag pouch and the sling for it eventually. I just haven't had the time to do it because I've been so busy with other things going on in life right now. But that's ultimately my plan. Right here, I don't know if you all can see it, but the only thing that detracts me from this rifle, that, you know, I understand for authenticity purposes, because I'm such a, what's the word for, stickler for historic accuracy. Obviously this didn't come on World War II M1 carbines. All these trades, these laser engraved, not laser etched, laser engraved warnings and trades. But it's alright. I may leave it. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. Really, it's so hard to see unless you look at the rifle real close. I guess I can Photoshop it if I use it in a photo shoot or whatever. But I'm very happy how this came out. Again, I've had it for the last year and a half. I got this from eBay for, you're gonna flip out. I paid $500 with this, but it came with a lot. So it came with the rifle. It came with like 4 of these mags. Yeah, 4 of those mags. And did it come with anything else? No, that's it. It was $450 and then I had to pay $50 for shipping, so $500. Right now, I think it retails for about in the neighborhood of $285 to $300 on eBay. And again, the only thing I've done is the conversion, the rear sight conversion with the barrel band. Remove the bayonet lug because I don't like the bayonet lug on my M1 carbines. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can tell you about this rifle, guys. I haven't shot it yet, so that's one thing I still have to do. And like I said, I want to add the sling and the butt pouch and the buttstock mag pouch, and that should do it for this rifle. I mean, it's not bad for what it is. Versus a King Arms. I know you guys are gonna ask me, how would you compare this to like a King Arms? Because you've had some King Arms. It's up there. I mean, quality. I mean, from an externally build quality wise, it's up there. I mean, the finish kind of, again, it's not quite like the King Arms. The weight of it, it's about the same. And really, the trades kind of throw it off. Instead of having, like my King Arms said, M1 carbine over here, and that was it. Everything else is left blank, just like the real thing. I mean, other than that, it's pretty much identical to it in those aspects. And another piece of advice, I would recommend using this rifle in a World War II airsoft op situation. I wouldn't recommend bringing something like this to your normal airsoft game where everybody has M4s and AKs. And right there, I just gave you the answer. Why? Because this thing cannot keep up. I've used, with the King Arms, those against M4s and AKs, I got owned so many times. It's not even funny. But for a World War II or vintage airsoft, vintage airsoft operation, game, whatever, it'll hold up again. It'll hold its own. Oh, another thing before I end the video. They now, I forgot the name of the person or the company that offers it. They now offer a magazine, a new magazine spring for these. I think it works for the Air Venturi because it's a King Arms design. It's an extension. It's an extended magazine spring and a follower. It holds 23 rounds. You just basically take the old spring out, you put the new one in, you're good to go, and it holds 23 rounds as opposed to 15. So it's another. So the market has come a long way from, like, say 5 years ago in 2017 when I started buying these. So that's another option aside from the nozzle and bolt assembly that's available. You can find that on e-bike, and I forgot where you could get the extended magazine. You may have to get that overseas, but they do offer that now, so that's a good advantage to these rifles. Is that slowly but surely there's a small, very small, but there is an aftermarket for them. And if you're looking to do a World War II impression, World War II airsoft, this is another alternative to the King Arms offering. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy New Year again.